Vivo has been launching some really good value for money phones in the mid-range segment recently, and now they are back, and this time it's a budget entry in the form of the U20. Hey guys, Ash here from C4eTech, and in today's video let's unbox the Vivo U20 and see what is it that they have in store for us now. If you do end up liking what you see in this video, please consider turning on notifications by hitting that bell icon. Let's go ahead, get this unboxing started. This is the Vivo U20 box. Since this is just a review unit, we don't have the retail box packaging. Up front, there's Vivo branding and the model name. This is the 664 RAM storage variant. Taking a look at the sides, we have the name up top and the IPL logo at the bottom. And finally, the back, we have some important specs mentioned, and the sticker tells us that we have the Blue Blaze variant. Cool, let's now flip open the unboxing knife. Slicing through the plastic wrap, let's cut open the seal and remove the lid. Inside, we have another white cardboard box that contains the SIM ejector tool, a quick start guide along with a warranty card, and a transparent soft plastic case. Setting these things aside, let's now take a look at the U20 itself. Getting it out and taking that plastic cover off first. And there you have it, the Blue Blaze Vivo U20. There's a slight S pattern going on with this gradient here. The glossy plastic back does look shiny and you could even say pretty. Let's turn it on, put it in its case before it picks up smudges and fingerprints like all other glassy bags tend to. So what else is in the box? We have an 18-watt fast charger, which is great, but a micro USB cable, which is again a letdown, especially at the fag end of 2019. Anyway, that's it for the inbox contents. Let's now take a look at the phone itself. The gradient design here is quite subtle. The gold trim around the rear cameras feels like a nice touch, but we've seen all this before, so it's not the freshest of designs. In hand, the U20 feels nice and solid. Yep, solid rather than hefty, despite sporting a large 5000 mAh battery. Now that's because of the materials used. Vivo has managed to keep the weight under 200 grams. Though the U20 is made out of plastic, it doesn't feel like they've compromised on the build quality. There's no squeaking or creaking like we've seen on other phones like the M30s in this segment. In fact, the whole phone feels quite sturdy. There's this ridge along the sides of the phone that gives the fingers a nice grip. That plus the curved edges make for a nice in-hand feel. Of course, the 6.53-inch display does make one-handed usage quite tough. And I feel the fingerprint scanner is located just a little out of reach. I found myself having to stretch a wee bit more than I wanted to hit that fingerprint scanner. No such complaints with the button placements though. The power and volume keys are located along the right side and they both are nice and clicky. The top is left empty and along the left we have the dual SIM plus micro SD card slot. There's even a little grommet on the SIM tray. This is something that's fast becoming a standard on phones even in the budget segment, and I'm really happy to see that. It should help offer some sort of splash protection at least. Coming back to the placements, we have the headphone jack, the microphone, a micro USB port and speaker here at the bottom. To the front we've got the display, and this is a vibrant IPS panel. The resolution is Full HD+, so the display itself, it's detailed, it's sharp. There's support for Widevine L1, so no issues with streaming HD content from Netflix or Amazon Prime. The colors and viewing angles are good too. Now, one interesting thing here is that Vivo has gone for Panda Glass protection on the U20 instead of the usual Gorilla Glass. Vivo's claim is that Panda Glass is tougher than both Gorilla Glass 3 and 5, and Vivo is backing up these claims with Vickers hardness test results. The Panda MN228 that they've used here on the U20, it supposedly scores 700, whereas Gorilla Glass 3 scores 649, Gorilla Glass 5 638. This is Vivo's claim. Is there more to this story? I'll have more to say if I end up reviewing this phone. Now, returning to the panel itself, there's a tiny water drop notch at top. The bezels surrounding it are pretty slim, so the movie watching experience should be good. The single bottom firing speaker is decently loud. Now, underneath the hood, this phone is being powered by the Snapdragon 675 AIE, and that's paired with either 4 or 6 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of onboard storage. Jovi, Vivo's in-house AI, is also present in here. It powers several smart scene features along with image recognizer and the AI-based camera features. Now, when it comes to performance, the Snapdragon 675 manages to keep everything running smoothly. FunTouch OS is pretty well optimized by itself, and in the time that we spent with the device, we didn't notice any major lag or stutter. Everything from opening up apps to multitasking, it felt fast and fluid. When it comes to gaming, we have the Adreno 612 GPU here, and as we've seen before on many phones, it can handle most games, even the graphically demanding titles, reasonably good. The Ultra Game mode also returns and works along with multi-turbo functionality to make for a better gaming experience. Since we're already on the topic of software, let's take a quick look at FunTouch OS. Now, the thing that makes Vivo's custom skin so unique is that it borrows heavily from iOS in certain aspects, like the control center. It pops up from the bottom. However, it is still built on Android 9 Pie, and if you dig into the settings, you'll find all the usual stuff plus a few extra features, like for example the dynamic effects. It lets us change everything from animations to the look of how icons line up once the screen is unlocked. And then there are the smart motions that are basically on-screen gesture shortcuts. We can use them to say open the camera app. Then there are air motions. It feels kind of gimmicky, but I guess if you can't touch your phone for some reason and you want to check out if you have any new notifications, then it might actually come in handy. So loads of unique little features that Vivo has crafted into FunTouch OS. As far as biometrics go, we have a rear-mounted fingerprint scanner as well as face unlock. Both seem to work pretty well. I must mention that the battery on the U20, it is a 5000 mAh unit, and given my past experience with the Z1 Pro, I expect the battery life here to be excellent. Vivo has also included their 18-watt dual-engine fast charger in the box, so even if the U20 does at some point run out of charge, topping it off is going to be fast and easy. Now, the micro USB port here is a bummer definitely, but for what it's worth, Vivo has included reverse charging, so you can use the U20 as a power bank to juice up your other devices if you want to. Now finally, we come to optics. We have a triple camera array here, so let's start with the primary 16 megapixel camera and then go down the list one by one. Now we are used to seeing 48 megapixel cameras everywhere, so at first 16 megapixels it might sound a bit underwhelming. But under bright sunlight, it manages to take great pictures. The dynamic range is good. Zoom in and you can see the details in the petals of this flower. The f1.8 lens gives a good amount of natural bokeh or background blurring. You can see that in this image. We also have a dedicated night mode. The pictures seem promising. I'll have to spend more time with this before drawing definitive conclusions, but initial impressions seems good. The second shooter is an 8 megapixel sensor with a f2.2 wide angle lens. The dynamic range here is a little worse, and some of the pictures did come out looking a bit dark, but that could also be due to the heavy cloud cover we had while shooting this. If you actually zoom into these pictures, they kind of start to fall apart pretty quickly, but as is the 8 megapixel camera gets a very wide 120-degree field of view, and the pictures are good enough for social media. The last sensor is a 2 megapixel macro, and it can take shots like these. These certainly aren't the sharpest pictures out there, but they do allow you to get really close and capture some interesting perspectives. The rear cameras also come with a portrait mode. The edge reduction isn't all that great, especially around the ears, but Vivo does throw in a variety of effects as well as beauty modes here. These same effects are also usable with the front camera, and in fact the 16 megapixel selfie snapper, it takes really good looking pictures. You can zoom in and see the texture of his skin. And what's more surprising, the edge reduction actually seems better with selfies. Now finally we get to pricing. Well, we don't have any official confirmation about the price as of right now, as of when I'm shooting this video. But going by past track record, we expect the U20 to be priced around the 10 to 12,000 rupee mark. At that price, it should give everything from the Redmis and Realmes a run for the money. So what do you guys think of the U20? By the time you are watching this video, you will be knowing the pricing. So what do you think of it? If you don't know the price, do check out the description and the pinned comment. I will update it the moment I get to know the pricing. So leave a comment with your thoughts. Let me know what you think about the U20. What do you think Vivo's done? Do you think Vivo's priced it right? Do you think Vivo should have offered more? Do you think Vivo should have priced it less? Whatever your thoughts are, leave a comment below. And with that, we get to the end of this quick little unboxing video. Do you want to see a comparison, a full review? Again, any video requests, leave a comment below. So thumbs up, thumbs down based on whatever you felt about it. Subscribe, turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon if you haven't yet. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4E Tech and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.